Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Talk to the hand. I will. I'll talk to the hand.
Well,
Get some
softer questions.
You know what? As a matter of fact, I do. Not as much as I used to, that's for sure. Now it's a sipper, it's an aperitif. It's not something you just power through with a shot and then get over with and try and find something else enjoyable. Good question. Just from a fan of that, you know, and like, I think back in the day, this is like 1990, 89 maybe when I came up with the idea. I don't know, I think I read some article in Kerrang or some metal magazines, and Metallica, I was a huge fan of Metallica at the time, and they were like talking about drinking this stuff, and it was really hard to find, so it was kind of alluring that, you know, it wasn't easy to spot. Bars didn't have it. You'd have to go to like 6 different liquor stores to find a bottle, and nobody knew what you're talking about. And yeah, it was pretty hard to power through that, but now it's come a long way. Oh, you know what? I don't think I almost got arrested, to be honest with you. Other people got arrested, not even on my behalf, because they took it to another level. All I was trying to do was borrow some cigarettes from the bartender, and some people came into my defense when I shouldn't even have been in the bar. I was 19. Wow, I don't know, man. I think a lot of things. The travel, the camaraderie, the good times, the celebrations after the contest, the pressure of the contest, and not just that, like demos and traveling. I made friends that, you know, for life during that. I miss that. It was fun. I mean, we're talking 32 years. I retired at 25. So, you know, it wasn't a career path that I actually thought I was gonna pursue. I just fell in love with it after probably took a good 5+ years. I was a team manager first, marketing, did all of that back in, I got hired when we actually right after we let a lot of people go. I mean, skateboarding was pretty slow, really slow for us in '93. So it was just a gradual process and self-taught, and I love the industry. It's still in skateboarding. I've seen friends and other people that are in different industries, and I didn't envy them. So I'm blessed to still be in skateboarding after, you know, 40 years. Probably reason for living. That was the one that I think I was probably at my peak at that point. And we skated every day, and that was our training facility that Corey and I got going. And there wasn't anything else to skate in San Jose at the time. The huge Raging Waters ramp wasn't there. A couple backyard ramps that went away. We had a mini ramp for a little bit, but we started that facility. We got 25 people to pay $100, and usually it was the companies who would pay the $100 for the riders. And we'd pay rent, we'd buy Cokes for the Coke machine, and then that was it. And we had a little bit of insurance that we covered too, but we didn't make any money, kept it going, and then by '91, we were literally letting anyone skate, because all the sponsors of the riders and we had great, amazing talent come through there over the years, they stopped paying, budgets dried up, and we were just scraping by to make rent. And then once we were done with that, I was like, I'm out. And Corey said, hey, I want to start a skate park, a public skate park where you pay to skate. And I'm like, okay, man, good luck. I'm out. I can't do that. I saw the struggles. Wow, put me on the spot, huh? Favorite product? I'd have to think about that. You know, some of the collabs we've done, I think have been really cool. I think more recently the VX, it was kind of an iteration of what used to be called the black tops back in the day that were fiberglass topped. Now they've got a support underneath for like focus brakes, whatever. I think VX is one of my favorite products. And then the recent Stage 4 reissue. To reissue a truck from 1986 for Indy was something we'd never done before. I don't know if a reissue, I mean, I imagine other people have done that before, but that was the first time we'd ever really reissued a truck. Well, one of them was probably, we did this thing called New Wood in probably 95, 96. Carbon fiber injected, all plastic, no wood, heavy, had to bore out, it was all the molds. We had to make sure there were like wheel wells in there, and it wasn't for wheel bite, it was for weight. And trying to get rid of some of the weight. It was still really heavy. And in really cold temperatures, that thing would shatter into a million pieces like tempered glass, and that was something we didn't really think about. No, they know what I'm gonna say. They're like, you wanna reissue board? It's like I'm good with it. Roscop, same way. Like, are you kidding me? Like, still making boards after all these years? Like, of course I'm into it. But no, it's not like I'm going, all right guys, this is what we're putting in the line for spring, summer, fall, holiday. Yeah, a ton of times. A lot of times, not contests, a lot of demos. Traveled to Italy with Natas and Spain, and yeah, tons of good times with Natas. He was a good travel partner, and I mean, kids were just loved that guy, and rightfully so. So it was great to get to know Natas through the years and still be friends with him now. Probably my first one, or the graffiti.
Okay.
Yeah, those two. End of the World and graffiti are my favorites.